Surprise! It's a surprise live stream because I decided to film two videos, but I just didn't want to edit. I had a hyaluronic acid injection into my hip joint today, and it was unbelievably painful. And after the injection, my body just collapsed. I think my nervous system's going through something, but no matter what may be preventing me from overcoming whatever I need to overcome, I'm just going to find a way to go through. I'm just so stubborn like that. My mindset is just on another level. But today we are going to talk about OMAD and consistency, how to stay consistent with one meal a day. And this doesn't just apply to OMAD, this applies to weight loss in general because I need to give myself a reminder. I need to give myself a pep talk on all of this because clearly I have been struggling, mainly due to the high amount of stress I've been dealing with. And when your body's stressed, it does not want to like drop pounds, but it will body recomposition. Anyway, I'm just gonna wait for people to show up. But yeah, I can talk away. I have the gift of the gab apparently, but I'm not very extroverted. I'm more of an introvert kind of person. I'm like an extrovert introvert. It's hard to explain, but I'm not like super extroverted. But what have I been up to lately? So I'm starting a new personal training program with a live personal trainer, a live a live-in personal no live-in a personal trainer in person. Um, and I think it's like beneficial, even though I am going to be becoming a personal trainer. I think it's beneficial to learn from other personal trainers because time is money, right? So other people have gone through their life journey with fitness and they may have picked up things I won't be able to because I didn't go through their life journey. So yeah, it's just time is money and it's you learn from other people's experiences. Anyway, I probably should have announced this live stream, so this might be a really short one, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I've been doing that. What else have I been doing? I also have been um ooh, doing a lot with doctors and stuff. And yesterday I did a 1300 calorie keto OMAD, which that will come out in due time. I just didn't have time to edit. My problem right now is editing. I'm just finding the time to do that because I've been just busy with a lot dealing with my son. He's thankfully better, so that's been helping me out and dealing with other things too that some of you guys know. I've revealed it on my channel here and there, but when my life is chaotic, even when it's not chaotic, I want to focus on my goals. Because when I focus on my goals, whether that goal be, I don't know, it could be, let's just go outside of weight loss. It could be like a financial goal or a career goal. When I have something to strive for, it makes us better. When you have goals to strive for, it gives you a purpose to wake up every day in the morning and you get excited, like when I know that I stick to my nutrition and I wake up first thing in the morning, my first thought is like, oh my God, I stuck to it. I'm super proud of myself. So that's kind of like the habit reward loop system there that goes on. And that's part of the key with staying consistent with any weight loss journey or anything with OMAD. But anyway, I'm going to drop some tips right now. So we'll just do that because I probably need to go back and sleep and edit. Oh, hey, welcome to the live stream. Hi, Daniela. You look amazing. I've been just awful with my diet. Well done. Oh, don't be too hard on yourself. I want you to understand that on my journey, right? I've lost a lot of weight, but throughout that journey of losing that weight, I've messed up so many times. I've fallen off track. I want people to know that falling off track is normal. The power lies in what you do when you recognize you fall off track and what is your response to it. And I just tell people, if you're trying to get out of that, that bad diet hole, it's really hard to get out of it because we're not just dealing with, oh, we're just being crap with our diet. We're dealing with all of the metabolic consequences with being off with our diet because of the food we're eating these days. It's just laced with garbage and garbage and garbage. I just learned something about energy drinks that my friend sent me. And I was going to have a Rain energy drink this morning. and I looked to see if that substance was in it, and it was. I was like, great. So it's like a B12 substance, but they get it from sewage. I'm not explaining this properly. But there's just so much garbage out there that it is so hard for us to make that leap. That's why we're seeing, like, people struggle with obesity at epidemic levels. And a lot of people are saying, I don't think it's their fault. Yeah, it was our responsibility to take care of it. Don't get me wrong. But even the glucose goddess and Dr. Mindy Pels was talking about, she's like, it's not as simple as just putting the fork down. It's really understanding what is going on biologically that's making people struggle. So don't worry, you will get back on track, and you're doing the right thing being here. So hang in there, and thank you so much. Trust me. For me, I've just been I don't know, I've been gaining, I would say. I've been changing my body composition. My body will not drop weight right now. It's just the lack of sleep, the stress. I'm so glad it's light now. It's 7 o'clock p.m. I'm so glad it's light now, so I'm able to leave the house and get into my car and just be a one-on-one with you guys. So it's really hard to lose weight when you're not getting enough sleep. I don't know how I did it when I was doing OMAD, but I pushed my calories really low. My sleep was really bad back then too. But yes, so true. Thanks. Yes, you got to hang in there. You got to know you're doing the right thing. The most courageous thing you can do is pick yourself up after falling and not quitting. So many people, they struggle and they just throw in the towel. Then there's other people who struggle and they're like, you know what? I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to find a way. I'll just struggle and struggle and struggle until I get it right. And that's what to do. You just have to struggle and struggle and struggle until you just get it right. And that's been my journey for a while, for the last, I would say, since late last year to now. And I'm trying to get it right. I'm getting it right. I'm getting the help I need. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you, girl. Nice to have you here. I appreciate it. But this live stream is more, it's for you guys, but it's more for me than anything, to remind myself what is necessary for consistency. Because when it comes to weight loss, it's all about that consistency. Literally, one day can ruin a whole week's worth of effort. And we don't want to do that. We want to put ourselves in a position where we can be as consistent as possible for as long as possible. And we need to find the weight loss method or the diet that works for us. And I'm going to talk about staying consistent with one meal a day, but all of these tips I've been giving, and when I say one meal a day, I want to clarify. One meal a day, OMAD, is just a strategy of taking your calories. Let's say you calculate your weight loss calories and it tells you you have to eat 1,500 calories a day to lose 2 pounds a week. All you're doing is taking those 1,500 calories and compressing it within a 4-hour eating window. I think the best eating window for weight loss is a 2-hour eating window. 1-hour eating windows are useful for anyone who may have to bring their calories a little lower, or they just don't have an appetite. But I like the 2-hour eating window because it properly teaches you how to portion control, and it properly teaches you not to overeat, meaning that, how do I say this? You're not chasing that feeling of being full, because the person that loses weight and that can keep it off is the person that is able to lose weight eating the less amount of calories. I need to get back to that. That's something I'm going to transition to after I do this 48-hour fast. Yes, I'm jumping into another fast, because fasting really helps with, and it's going to be 48 or 40 something. It will be 45, 46, something around there. Because again, the doctor says I have fibroids. They're seeing it again on my I went and paid for an MRI for my hip, and the doctor mentioned fibroids. I'm like, okay, I'm aware. I'm gonna go see a gynecologist, but we all know a gynecologist is just gonna put me on birth control, and I don't want to be on birth control. I'm not on birth control right now because I am asexual. That's what I am. I don't feel feelings. I don't. Can I say that on a live stream? Yeah, I can. I am asexual. Or what did I say in my Instagram stories? A born again virgin, because I ain't doing anything. So yeah, but anyway, the reason why I'm not on birth control is not because of that. It's mainly because it messes you up. Like, I've noticed I've been more successful with weight loss when I've been off birth control rather than on. And the birth control I was on is Mirena, and the doctors are probably going to want me put me on that. But anyway, I'm jumping into a fast. I know my period's supposed to start tomorrow. I know Dr. Mindy Pell says the best time to fast is day one, but I noticed like if I get away with a day before, I'll be okay. I just don't want to deal with the hecticness I get with it. So that's why I'm jumping into that fast. And also it's going to help me kind of reset. I ate carbs today. I'm going to be eating carbs probably like a day or two before my cycle. So I ate carbs today, just like non-GMO pasta. I had some rice, I had some fish, and just to help fuel out my muscles a bit. But after that, I'm going right back to OMAD and not OMAD, keto throughout the day. But speaking, oh, I see the chat. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How much do I currently weigh? Right now, my weight I'm keeping to myself because my weight is not on creatine for the longest time. And I was on, I'm building muscle right now. So my weight is like fluctuating all over the place. So I'm trying to get, and I'm holding on to a lot of water because I'm not sleeping. So right now, I'm still in the 100s, but I'm trying to get my weight down to where I was before Christmas time. The last weigh-in I did with you guys, I think I was in the 180s. But right now I'm building muscle, so I'm still focusing on kind of body recomping. My clothes still fit. I'm still a size medium. I'm dealing with my fibroids as well. So my gut is just an issue right now, which is why I'm going to be fasting. I need to get rid of these fibroids because they're causing tons of problems. But yeah, like my personal trainer knows my weight. That's where I'm at. I'm just going to keep it like that for now until I'm ready to reveal, until my body wants to let go. Because yeah, I did take creatine, so my muscles are like loaded right now. But inches wise, I'm still the same. My clothes still fit, still a size medium. So it doesn't really like, weight isn't really a concern for me right now. Obviously, I want to drop for my joints, but I think right now I'm at a good place where I need to just focus on doing what I need to do. But yeah, I'll share my weight when the time comes. But I did put on weight. Wait, okay, nice. How much weight have you lost overall since you started my journey? So the lowest weight I got down to was 169 pounds. So I started my journey at 282 pounds, got down to 169 pounds, maintained that for about like 6 months. Then I went up to about, not 6 months, I maintained that for a while in the 170s. Then I went to 180s and I stayed within the 180s. And I'm noticing now, because I am building muscle, that is my priority. The doctors want me to build muscle because of all the injuries I have. I'm noticing at heavier weights, look like I'm a lighter weight, if that makes sense. So I'm body recomping. That's what's happening. That's what's going on here. So like, if like for me, like 185 looks like 175 to me because of the amount of muscle I've been putting on. So yeah, that's what's going on. But overall, I've lost 113 pounds. Ideally, for my body, like my body is very unique. I'm so big boned. I've got big boobs, so like I'm just big structured. Like I'm looking, does anyone know that girl, Vladislava? I forget her name. Oh my god, she's Muscle Barbie. She's from Russia. She's she's 5'9". She's my height and she's 175 pounds. She looks great at her weight. And I think I will probably be staying, like, if I want to do a bodybuilding show, I think me in the 150s would be shredded for me just because of my structure. But ideally, I want to get back to the 170s and stay there and see. But honestly, when you lose a bunch of weight and you start building muscle, the number on the scale isn't so important. And I was learning this. I was like watching a bodybuilding it was a Team Elite Physique's Bikini in the Brain podcast. And one of the girls was talking about how she was like the heaviest one on stage. But it doesn't matter because everyone's different because of the height. And because when you go for bodybuilding, they don't care about your weight. It's how you look, right? So there's that. What's your bench, squat, and deadlift? I don't do that. I'm more of a bodybuilder style trainer. So I don't bench. I don't build strength. My goal is to sculpt my body. I'm not into powerlifting and stuff. No, that's not something I'm into. I'm more into just building muscle, working out, circuit training, HIIT training, um, that kind of stuff. I'm not really into the powerlifting stuff or anything like that. Because again, bodybuilding is about sculpting your body. You can sculpt your body with low weights, high reps. Low weights, high reps. Yeah, or you can do it doesn't matter. I'm more for aesthetics. And yes, strength training comes into that, but I will not be powerlifting because of my body, because of what I have with my sacrum. My sacrum is fused to my so basically the tail end of my spine is fused to my sacrum. So my L spine and my sacrum is fused. And I was told by a doctor I can't be doing heavy lifting. So that's not something I'm really interested in doing. There's other ways to challenge myself. Again, I started running recently, which has been great. I like circuit style training. I like HIIT workouts. I like athletic stuff, but I'm not into the powerlifting stuff. I am strong. Like, don't get me wrong. My legs will probably cap me out. So there will be a point where I'm going to have to like push the weight when I get there. But right now my focus is on recovery. If you don't know, I got into a car accident, which is why I'm doing all of this. I've got tons of muscle imbalances. I just got an injection in my hip today. So my goal right now is getting my body to be moving properly so I'm not in pain all the time. Oh, that's a good question. How did you handle OMAD on your period? I'm struggling. Let me tell you what I did. Dark chocolate, 95% dark chocolate, or those keto puddings, but I like dark chocolate. I lived off of that. So on my period with OMAD, I struggle. Everyone's different, but generally for me, my struggle with my cycle is that week before. And that's when I'm 1 day out from my cycle. My cycle hasn't started. I freaking collapsed today. And at the gym, I was screaming like a weirdo because my body had no strength. Like hormonally, I was just off and I just fell asleep. That's why I'm doing this live stream instead of editing a video. So when my period would come, that week before, so I would have literally, when I was doing keto OMAD, I would have just one meal. So it would just be like a big meal, maybe like a nice pork shoulder blade roast with some edamame and some cauliflower rice. And it would be that. And then I would have that big meal. That meal would be about 600 calories, 500 to 600 calories. And then the rest of my calories, which would be, so am I doing the math? 1400. So let's say it's a 1400 calorie day. Sometimes it was 12, depending on how much I can eat. But if I had like a huge appetite, the rest of that 800 calories will come from straight dark chocolate, coconut oil, and almond butter. That's how I survived, is the dark chocolate. Trust me, chocolate really helps us women when we are on our cycle. So anything with chocolate will help you out a lot. I don't want to recommend making a chocolate keto cake. Like you could, if you're going to do that, I would recommend using a ramekin. You know, that one individual thing that you can make one little cake. Like find a ramekin keto cake recipe. And the reason why I say that, I just don't want you putting yourself in a situation where you're going to eat like a whole thing of cake. But yeah, you can do like almond flour keto cake that helps with cream cheese frosting. I did show a few on my videos. I'm trying to do more recipe videos or cooking videos. My friend, she's like, I love when you do cook with me videos. I don't know if she's watching right now, but my girl, she was telling me that. I'm like, yeah. I like doing them too, but they're a lot of work to film. But I like filming them, but they hold me accountable. I hope that helps. So yeah, lots of dark chocolate, almond butter. You can do peanut butter, whatever, nut butter, and some coconut oil just to help you get in more fat, I guess. You don't have to do the coconut oil, but I like it because it keeps things moving. Because when we're on our cycle, we get constipated, some of us. Hey, Cheyenne, welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you, girl. Welcome. So glad you're here. Same Fola. Yeah, I hope that helped. Thank you. I was thinking of doing 18/6. Yeah, you can do that too, but I'll try the dark chocolate. Yeah, okay, play with it. You gotta find, you gotta make OMAD work for you. You can try doing the 18/6. You just have to feel yourself out, because if you feel like overeating, the 18/6 might put you in a situation. But then again, Dr. Mindy Pels does say, like, it's best not to do OMAD that week before your period. But honestly, in order to be consistent, like 3 months or however long it takes you for you to lose weight, um, depending on how much weight you lose, I don't think 6 months would be a harm to doing it that way. But yeah, if you're gonna do it that way with like straight up OMAD, that's what I mean by that way, should be fine. Like I did it, like I think the hormonal problems with OMAD and when people screw up with OMAD is when they get to a healthy body weight, but they continue with OMAD and they continue with the low calories. OMAD, I have a video. This was supposed to be today's video, but I was too lazy to do that. But not lazy. I'm just tired. But OMAD should be a tool for cutting. It should be a tool for losing weight. It should be a diet, dare I say diet, to lose weight. And I hate to use the term diet because people generally, let's be honest here, I'm just going to be real. When people think of dieting, we think of losing weight. But technically, diet is just a way of eating. OMAD is time restricted eating. So it's a way of eating, I guess. But keto OMAD is a diet. Like, I don't want to get pedantic or get all into the nitty gritty details, but yeah, like some people just nitpick about that. Sorry, I'm just seeing this. I think that was already repeated. Hey, Life, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for being here. I'm not sure why these comments are being repeated here, but I don't know if this is a robot, but I'm just going to put that person in timeout because I don't know I just put that person in time because it's like repeating the other comments. So I don't even know what's going on there. But thanks for being here, Life. Thank you. Okay, let's talk about consistency right now because this is what I need. It's okay to struggle, guys. Life, we have to give ourselves grace, okay? We are showing up to the race. Do you know how many people haven't even left their couch? Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to remove. Do you know how many people have not even left their couch at all? How many people have not left their couch? We are showing up. That is more than half the battle. You have to remember that. The fact that you're here even trying to lose weight, the fact that you're here even trying to get healthy, the fact that you're here even trying to reach your goals, that should be applauded. It should be applauded. You need to understand that. You are incredibly powerful for doing that. Now let's just acknowledge that because we are so hard on ourselves. I am so hard on myself. Everyone recognizes that. I am my own worst enemy. I will beat myself up to the point where it's just not in a good situation because it's childhood stuff. I'm working through it. So we need to celebrate the fact that we are here and embrace the struggle because the struggle is part of the journey. I don't know what is going on here. Hang on, sorry. I don't know if you're still here, Life, but if you can remove that Tarot Destroyer person, they keep popping up. I don't know. I don't know why, but it feels like it's a bot for me. I don't know if you're seeing that pop up, but TAROT Destroyer. They just keep repeating what another person said. So I just like remove them from the live stream. If they show up again, if you can remove them, that would be helpful. I'm using this through StreamYard, but yeah, because I know I made you what do you call it? A moderator. You're like my only moderator. I probably need to get more, but it's okay. I can kind of moderate it myself as well. But yeah, we need to embrace the struggle because life, there is no like uphill, there is no victory without the struggle. There is no, prize without the struggle. And you also have to look at it. There is no end goal. This is all about, okay, thanks, Life. Yeah, I did, because I don't understand. They're repeating a comment that someone else said. It made no sense to me. So yeah, I noticed as my channel grows, you kind of get robots and stuff. And my son warned me about it. He's like, yeah, my favorite YouTubers always get weird bots in my channel. So yeah, I appreciate that. But anyway, let me go back on my rant. We have to have a different attitude. Okay, it says I banned them, but they're still like showing up. I don't understand this. I don't know why they keep showing up. I don't know if I have to go on actual YouTube to do this, but they just keep showing up even though it's because I timed them out. But anyway, I'm just gonna like get back to what I was saying. But struggle is just, we have to learn how to embrace it. And the key, you have to look at struggle like this. Struggle is an opportunity to get better. And you have to see the struggle as a way to challenge yourself, as to challenge yourself to how do you grow through it? Okay, thanks, life. Yeah, it's still showing up, so I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna have to go into, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it keeps showing up even though I banned them. I didn't want to put them in timeout. I just wanted to delete them. I don't know what's going on. YouTube, I don't know if it's a StreamYard thing. I'm gonna start using a different, can I? Oh great, okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna have to ignore it for now. Let's see if that works. Thanks, life. I'm just gonna oh, you don't see them? Okay, good. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore it because I see them popping up. It could be a StreamYard thing. But I know it's hard to do this, and I've been going through this because I've been struggling a lot lately, but we have to look at struggle when we like kind of find, like the center of the storm. When you look at a hurricane, the eye of the storm is the calmness. So you need to get into that eye of the storm, because right after the eye, that's when the winds are the strongest. So when you're in that eye in the storm, that's where you're having that calmness and serenity. And you need to sit with yourself and be like, yes, I'm hurting right now. Yes, I'm not sticking to my nutrition. Yes, I have people around me beating me up. But what can I do? What is one thing that I can do in this moment to make it better? What can I do in this moment to make myself step in the right direction? And for me, like after struggling, I was like, okay, I was really depressed the other day, even though my psychologist says depression has to be weeks long. um, that's a different story. But like honestly, it manifests itself in different ways for me. But I'm pretty sure it was like a whole series. And I was like, even though I don't feel like it today, even though I don't feel like going to Jesus Christ, even though I don't feel like going to the gym or anything, uh okay. Sorry, even though I don't feel like going to the gym or anything, what can I do right now to make myself better? If I stay home, I know I'll feel like crap. So I went to the gym, even though I didn't feel like going. And guess what I did that day at the gym? I ran for the first time in 2 years. And I was shocked at my cardiovascular ability. I was able to do 5-minute intervals. I would run for 5 minutes, walk for 5 minutes or 2 minutes, run for 5 minutes, walk for 2 minutes, and so forth. I was like amazed by that. And after the workout, I didn't really feel anything because I was really like just emotionally down. But a day later, I'm just like, I'm so glad I did that, because it's proving to me that I can still move forward despite me feeling like I can't. So it's the same thing with nutrition. If you're struggling with nutrition, do one thing that will help you stay on track. Even if you're going through all the feels, you're going through all the emotions, like you want to eat, you want to do this, stick to it. Get through that pain, get over that hump of struggle. And I promise you, you wake up the next morning, and when you remember last night and you're like, yes, I ate within my calorie goals. Let's say it was 1,500 calories. I ate 1,500 calories. You're going to feel so proud of yourself that you're going to chase that feeling for the next day. So just remember that the power lies in coming through that struggle. The power lies in breaking through the thing that you think you can't. Where people go wrong is that they give up as soon as there's one slight sight of like a barrier, or there's one slight sight of something not going right for them. So you have to, like, the way to build strength is just to get through it. So yes, I'm just gonna go look at some of these comments. Oh, hey, Joseph. Welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you. It's definitely not easy. I'm definitely made me more aware of how much I turn to food. I also love not feeling bloating anymore. That is key. No one, like, being bloated. I'm bloated right now because of my fibroids, but that's something else. It sucks. But yes, OMAD really does flatten you out for the majority of the day. I think sometimes when you eat, depending on your eat, you might get a little bloated, but over time that bloat goes away. It depends on what you eat. If you do keto OMAD, you'll be fine. But it feels good not to be bloated anymore. It feels good not to be weighed down by food. It feels good to be in control of your nutrition and taking charge of, your life. And that's what I want people to do. I want people to be able to overcome whatever they're going through. And I know OMAD's controversial, but more and more science is coming out about it. Like I said, all it is just eating your calories within a 4-hour eating window. But yeah, I want to drop in some consistency stuff. Yes, great job to you. I agree. That is awesome. You guys are awesome. I love how you're supporting each other. Great job showing up. Thank you. Can I ask, how frequently do you weigh yourself? I've been doing it once a week. I was weighing myself every day. Then I stopped for 2 weeks because the scale was not moving. Like, it was not moving because I was taking creatine. I was building muscle. But I started weighing myself again recently and the scale didn't move. I am going to go back to daily weigh-ins because this is part of what helped me stay consistent. I like daily weigh-ins because it gives me more info. My body's at a new place. My body's at a new place with muscle. My body's at a new place with where I'm at. I need to understand my body now in order to see what I can do to bring the scale down. Now, I say if you are weighing yourself once a week and you're seeing a trend of the scale going down, then it's a win for you. But personally, I believe it's good to weigh yourself daily. But this is an individual thing from person to person. And it depends how much weight you got to lose. But I like the daily weigh-ins because they give you more info. Now, I say from person to person because for some people, they might take that weigh-in and use it against them. So that's what was happening with me because the scale wasn't moving and I was getting frustrated. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm just done with these daily weigh-ins. Sometimes you just need to take a break. But I like daily weigh-ins because they give you more info. It lets you understand your body better. It lets you understand how much weight you'll put on with, your cycle. But let me say this. If you're going to weigh yourself daily, or it doesn't matter if you're weighing yourself daily or not, please take progress photos weekly. It is so important to take progress photos weekly, to take inches weekly, and just the inch around your waist. You don't need to do all the other inches. I'm doing all the other inches because I want to know my body fat percentage. But it's important to have the scale with those other items because there will be many times on your journey where when you're just about to drop to a new low weight, for some reason, I don't know why the body does that, it will hold on to water before it drops the weight. And I think actually now that I'm speaking about it, the metabolic process of breaking down fat is no, that's not glycolysis. Glycolysis is sugar. But lipolysis? Yes, lipolysis. And the process of lipolysis, the process of breaking down fat involves water. Like you're cleaving the fat molecules and you're producing water in the process. So that probably makes sense why. You kind of hold on, your body holds on to water. But with that being said, the weight will stay the same, but go look in the mirror. Your stomach will be leaner. Go look in the mirror. Go feel your clothes. Your clothes will be looser. That is you on the cusp of breaking down and losing weight. And this is where so many people go wrong. They see that the scale's not going down, and they get frustrated and they just give up. Keep going, keep sticking to the calorie deficit, keep sticking to whatever metabolic flex you are doing, keep sticking to it, and it will happen. But again, I do like the daily weigh-ins because it gives you more data. It allows you to understand what you're doing. And if you're going to do the daily weigh-ins, you want to do the calorie count as well. So let's get into what I was going to talk about, staying consistent with. Oh, hey, Ryan, welcome. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. And it also depends on what watch you're using. I'm trying to get 30,000 steps a day. That is a lot. That is a lot. If you're using a Fitbit, it wouldn't be a lot. I'm not going to lie, guys. Fitbits overcount the steps. They do. They do. I like Garmin's. They're a little bit more accurate. But if you have Any other watch, Apple Watch or whatnot, it should be fine. But Fitbits definitely are very generous with those steps. I think a good step count to hit, I remember watching a video, is more than what you're doing now. If you have a fitness watch, if you go into the data, it will tell you how many steps you're doing on average. So whatever steps you're doing on average, let's say it's 8,000, add 2,000 more, go to 10,000. But I think I was watching a video and the guy, it was like this one of those like gurus, and he said like 14,000 steps a day is probably good enough. Three, like the more the merrier, but you don't want to wear yourself out. But if stepping is all you're doing, go for it. If it's a challenge for you, do it up. But that is quite a bit of steps. But yes, hi Joseph. You are on point in getting to understand your body and yourself, Daniela. Yeah, everyone's body is so different. It is so different. And not only that, it's different at different phases. Like I'm noticing my body now is way different now with all this muscle. Like way different now. I'm like, okay. Like I ran the other day and then my quads pumped. I was like, oh my God. They were pumping through the layer of fluff I had. And I was like, imagine if I took off that layer of fluff. I could probably be a woman's bodybuilder. Let me talk about wellness. Like I think I have so much muscle on me. I just need to get into a place to just release and calmness. But anyway, I want to get into my tips. So, with consistency with one meal a day or any diet, number one, you want to get into a habit. I like having the electrolytes first thing in the morning with hot water. I don't like it with cold. I was doing it with cold. Bleh. Hot water. You want the hot water because the hot water kind of soothes your stomach, crushes hunger, wakes up your digestive system, gets you going. So I like Element. Element, I will link it in the description below what Element I use. I'll link an Amazon Store Canada and an Amazon Store USA. The specific Element I use. Element is so good because when I did my 3-day fast the other day or other week, I had about 2 packets of Elements, and I was like, enough. Element just has the right ratios and the right amount of sodium, the right amount of potassium and magnesium to keep your body satisfied. So I'd say first thing in the morning, have a pack of Element, or you can make your own electrolyte drink yourself and do that. And then I would recommend you can either have your cup of coffee or drink tons of water. Just make sure you're hydrated properly in the morning first thing. Another habit that you want to do to stay consistently with OMAD is to weigh yourself at the same time every day. And that is usually right before you break your fast when you're consistent with OMAD. If you're not consistent with OMAD, so if you're doing something like me, you're doing 2MAD one day and you're throwing in an OMAD on your off day at the gym, weigh yourself in the morning. Because I noticed when I was weighing myself before my fast, I was heavier. I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So the morning weigh-in was the lightest weigh-in for me. Another thing you want to do is weigh yourself daily. Have a weight log. The weight log really, really helps. And I'm going back to it. I actually bought this little fancy notebook. I like the weight log. Pick a calorie number and stick to it. Try to stay close to that calorie number as possible. I'm talking to myself right now because I am bouncing between 1,800 and 1,500. I did 1,300 the other day. I am way too all over the place. You need a consistent calorie number to stick to when you're doing one meal a day. I would say just choose a number that will put you into a deficit. You can use one of those apps and see what they say. I have recommended numbers in the past, 1,800 for men to start off, 1,200 for women. That's if you're really starting from a heavier weight. But if you have a number right now that's working for you and you're losing that weight, go with that. So right now, based on my activity level, some people are going to say this is low because I know my maintenance calories right now is 2,000 to 2,100. That's my maintenance calories. I'm going to go to 1,550 calories per day once I get off this fast, and I'm going to stick with that number. Stay consistent with that number. When you're all over the place with your calories, your body, you'll lose weight someday, and then you hover, and then you put on water weight. Just pick a calorie number and stay consistent with it. Stay consistent with it day in and day out. If you're off by 100 calories, it's not a big deal. But don't go off like 200-300 calories. Stay consistent. So that's where the weight lock comes in. Have your weight in one column and then your calorie number in the next. Pick one calorie number and stick to it. For me, that's 1,500, base 1,500, 1,586. It's something like that based on how active I've been. For you, you got to figure out that number for yourself. And the way to figure that out is to experiment. Like I said, you can start off women with 1,200, do that for a week, see how much weight you lose. If you're losing more than 3 pounds, you can bump your calories up to 1,300. If you're still losing like 2 to 3 pounds, bump it up to 1,400. If you're at 1,400 calories and you're losing 2 pounds a week, that's great. Like a 2 pound a week weight loss is golden. That's a good amount of weight loss. The problem where people go wrong is that they're striving for those big weight loss numbers. No, the way I lost weight with OMAD is that I was consistent with the 2 to 3 pounds dropping per week. I was consistent with that. You just want to pick a small number and like stick to that. You don't want to be like aiming for these crazy numbers, because usually when people drop those crazy numbers, it's either they're at the beginning of their journey, yes, but again, the weight will taper. Like what will happen when you first start losing weight, you'll lose a ton very quickly. Like again, the first couple months of OMAD, I lost the most weight, and then it hovered around 12 pounds, was that, which is 3 pounds a week. 3 times 4 is 12. So 2 to 3. It was 2 to 3. That's when I was like on point with OMAD. On days that I was off, it was like 2 pounds a week. But 2 to 3, a 2 to 3 pound loss a week is fine. It's fine. It's the consistency over time. Don't jump for those big numbers. Don't jump for how can I lose 20 pounds fast in a month? That's just going to set you up for failure. You want to stay consistent, because when you're consistent, you're consistently not only losing the weight, but you're consistently building those habits. So find a number that will get you 2 to 3 pounds down per week. For me, I think that will be 1,500 based on the amount of calories I mean, not calories, based on how much I'm training. So that is super key. Next thing you want to do to stay consistent with, we're going to talk about weight loss in general. Your steps. Ryan was talking about steps are so important. And that's something I'm going to strive for. I'm going to share with you guys my goal right now. Right now, my goal, because my average steps were 8,000. I don't know why. My goal on my watch is to hit 11,000 steps per day. I want to do that. Once I get off this fast, that's what I'm going to do. 11,000 steps per day. It's been challenging. Again, my hip, my knee, all of that, but 11,000 steps per day. And what I noticed was running. When I started running, it was so easy for me to hit my step count, but I can't run every day. Unfortunately, I wish I could, but I can't. So I have to like walk, or I don't know, walk the dog more or what have you. But you want to get in a consistent step count per day. You can start off with 10,000. That's like the number that everyone starts off with. But for me, I'm going to do 11,000 and then work my way up to like a good like 14,000 steps per day. I think is a good amount of stepping per day. Another thing you want to do to stay consistent is to eat at the same time and to eat your similar meals. You want to have a similar structure with meals. Now I'm going to get off OMAD for a second. The best way to lose weight is to be able to eat light and be satisfied off of what you're eating light. So I want to do it's called snack stacking keto. It's something I had the most success with. It's funny because I was watching Julia Renee today. She's an IFBB pro wellness, and she's been dropping a lot of weight lately. And what she does with her clients and what her coach told her, if you're dropping weight on a diet, don't change it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I remember when I was doing snack stacking keto, it was working so well for me. But the stupid coach I had took me off of it when it was working so well. Why would you take someone off? Like, that's why you have to be careful who you have as a coach, because some people will just do it for their own, they will just do it for their own bullshit. Oops, I swore. It's not a bad word, but they'll do it from their own, like, they don't really care. If someone generally cares about finding success for you, they're going to pick something that works for you, not to see if they can manipulate you in their other ways. But I'm getting off track here. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So what I found a lot of success with keto was the snack stacking keto. So eating 300 calorie meals at a time. So I think I'm going to start doing that again. I like that, just to learn how to portion, because it's a great way to portion control. 300 calorie keto meals. Maybe there'll be carb meals when I get closer to the end of my cycle again, the next cycle, because I'm going to start a new cycle now. So yeah, it's just being consistent with that. But going back to OMAD, having the same kind of meals. So making sure you're having like keto OMAD. I'm just gonna throw this out there because I'm doing keto right now, and I do throw in some OMAD days. Is just kind of choosing the same kind of meals. So making sure you're having the staples. The staples for keto OMAD. You want to have avocado daily, if not every other day. You want to have nuts daily, if not every other day. And your nut sources, you want them to be polyunsaturates and monounsaturates. So you want things like almonds, cashews. Be careful with cashews. I find that cashews kind of increase my appetite, and they're pretty high in carbs. You got to be very disciplined with cashews. The way I'm disciplined with nuts, I go to the dollar store, I go to Dollarama, and I like this blue lighting. I might turn on my car light though. Yeah, well, now I'm like warm lighting. I don't know if that. My friend's a photographer, so if she's watching this live stream, she's probably freaking out about my lighting. But it's what it is. What was I saying? So yeah, with nuts, I like going to the dollar store and getting those like small packages because it then allows me to portion control. Fish. You want fish daily, if not every other day. Sorry, I think my phone just connected the car. Dark chocolate is a good one to have. Hopefully music doesn't play. And did I get it? Fish, dark chocolate, avocado, eggs. Eggs are crucial. Eggs are so good. And the reason why I named all of these, because these all have the 3 different type of fats you want to target. Monos, saturated, and polys. So you want to focus on that. You want to get a diverse source of fat, especially for us women, because it helps with hormonal issues, hormonal cycling, and what have you. Sorry, I'm gonna look at the the chat now. Oh, I think I read that one. Yeah, that is a lot, Ryan. My legs would be done. Working out is great. Sticking to calories is I know. It's always the tough part, no matter what. And I'm looking at people who are like experts at this. Advice that I was given, I'm trying to implement this, but Marcella, I like what Marcella told me. She said to enter in my calories for the day before the day starts so I can see what I'm going to eat. So basically, MyFitnessPal or the Trainist app or whatever nutrition app you use, kind of plan your meals out and enter it in. Julia Renee did something similar to that. What she would do, because she's so good at this, like she's a IFBB pro, like her coach would give her macros, and then she would plan her meals around her macros, and then she would have a grocery list, and she's eating the same foods every day. I think eating the same foods every day for a week really helped, because when I think of my friend Jennifer Lynn with her Weight Watchers channel and how successful she was with losing weight, she would meal prep once a week and she would have the same meals every day for a week. And I think that is key. I think weekly meal prep planning and having those same meals is key. And what happens to me when I think about that, where I'm like, oh, well, what if I want to eat this? What if I want to eat that? Well, when I do that, then I get off my calorie count. So I think I'm going to just get over myself, get my head out of my butt, as my friend would say, and just get it done. Just adult myself and get it done. Week to week, just choose one breakfast to eat, one lunch to eat, one dinner to eat, and one snack to eat. If you're doing OMAD, you can do the same thing. Again, the majority of the weight I lost with OMAD was within the 4-hour eating window. So you can do the same thing with OMAD. Have a 300-calorie snack of maybe sardines and some cauliflower rice, or sardines and pickles and dark chocolate, another 300-calorie snack of something else, and then an 800-calorie meal or a bigger meal of one meat that you're going to choose, whether that be like pork, or you can alternate that big meal. I don't know. It's just, that is the tricky part. And I think that's something that we all will always struggle with, but it can be overcome. It can be. And I think it's the key to that is planning. It really is planning. And I think eating the same meals from week to week really helped, because that's when I was getting the most results, was eating the same meals from week to week. During this fast, I'm going to sit down probably tonight because I'm full off of these carbs I ate. What I ate was non-GMO, straight from Italy, Italian wheat. pasta. Clean, clean, clean. I feel good. I don't feel weird or anything. I will be buying my CGM tomorrow, and I'm gonna get a patch because this what do you call it? It came off. I'm gonna get a patch to put on top of it because I like doing the CGM thing because it really gets me to stay on point. Because if I like go off track and I see my blood sugar rise and I'm like, oh, my poor mitochondria. I'm like, what am I doing to myself? Oh, yeah, that's why I'm feeling that craving. It really helps me to see things, you know? So I really like the CGM. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna protect it. But I think the key to it is being boring, is being mundane and planning ahead. So I will do videos on this for sure. Do a grocery haul and plan meals that I will eat similarly, I can't talk right now, throughout the week. I think that's key. Another way to help is also getting a meal, one of those meal prep things, but they're so expensive. I got one from Just Bite Me Meals. I didn't do the video because I've been all over the place, but I do want to do another order by them because I really liked what they had. It really helped. But yeah, I think the key is literally boring, being as mundane as possible and eating the same thing for 1 week. Like if you get bored of something, eat the next week, eat something different the next. Like Jennifer Lynn would always eat this one thing every week. And she's like, people are like, don't you get bored eating the same thing? She's like, no, because I like it. So if you're gonna choose a meal, you gotta make sure you like it. Like choose something you love. Like with keto OMAD, dark chocolate and almond butter, I love. I'm not so into it now. What am I into now? I really like fish. I'm really into that Mediterranean style mackerels. I really like them. They're pretty expensive. They're $3 a can. Well, when you think about it, if you buy a whole mackerel, it's way more expensive. But I'm really into those. I just need to couple it with something. Couple it with maybe not pickles. I gotta find something to couple it up with. But you gotta find something that you enjoy and repeat it. I think that's the key. I really do. I'm gonna work through this and we're gonna do this together, okay? We're gonna figure this out. Hey, Julie, welcome to the live stream. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. Life says, welcome, Julie. Daniela, this is good advice. Well, thank you so much. I say my name 2 different ways. I say Daniela, but my name's pronounced Daniela because I don't know, Caribbean mom accent. Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. Yes. Yes. I do 14,000 to 15,000 a day for my job. That's good. That is a good amount of steps. I like that number. I want to get up to that. I really do. My injuries are preventing me, but the doctors are injecting me with hyaluronic acid. I am going to do a steroid injection into my knee. My rule with steroid injection, it's going to be 1 shot per joint, and that's it. I already had it in my shoulder bursa. Maybe I'll get into the shoulder joint. I'm gonna get one in my left knee, and then my left knee will never get a steroid shot again. I'm just gonna do one. Hyaluronic acid is very expensive. It's gone up to $250. It was $200, now it's $250. But I got that into my hip. I'm gonna do steroid in the knee because the steroid for me, thankfully, lasts longer. But steroid injections just do so much harm on your body. I'm just not a big fan of it. Sorry, I'm just removing a comment here. Nope, not that user. Sorry about that. I don't know what is going on here, but I'm just gonna get rid of that. Oh yes, eggs. Eggs are very good. Eggs are they're a powerful little thing. Eggs are a superfood. I should do an egg fast, but no. I like an egg fast. That's a good thing to do. Basically, you have eggs for 3 days. You'll drop a ton of weight. But I find it did weird things to my muscles. But yes, eggs are good. Definitely my breakfast this week. Oh, I know what I can do. I can do a can of fish and eggs. Is that 300 calories? That might be a little bit over 300 calories. But eggs in my can of fish, that would be such a good keto breakfast. Eggs are just so good. I love them. I've officially reached my goal. Oops, sorry. I've officially reached my goal weight with OMAD. Now I need to focus on fitness. Hello, Daniela. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Yes, you need to focus on fitness. You need to focus on finding a macro count routine that works for you, finding your maintenance calories, So you should be in a place where you should be able to eat comfortably and not gain weight. That will be your maintenance calories. And when I say eat comfortably and not gain weight, you're going to be pairing that with exercise. So that's what I love macro counting for. That's what I was doing earlier on, but I want to lose weight. I don't want to, I was main gaining. That's a little bit different. But I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. So happy for you. Weekly meal prep helps with the decision fatigue. Yes, as well. No figuring out what to eat, it makes it life easier. I agree. I agree. The decision fatigue, because I go back and forth with my brain. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. My brain's all over the place. I think it's just best to pick meals, stick with it, and just shut my brain up. So my brain's like, well, what if I want to eat? No, just shut up. You're going to pick these meals. You're going to make sure these are the best meals and you're going to eat them. And you're not going to stray off track. That's what I'm doing after I come off this fast, which I'll be coming off Saturday, but I'm going to be doing my podcast with my friend at her podcast booth. But I'm going to have a meal at her restaurant. The meals, the food there is so clean. They make everything from scratch. So I think I can easily have like a lettuce wrap burger and a Caesar. Like the day when I break my fast, that won't be like my meal, but the next day, the Sunday, that's the day I'll be able to work out. And I'll probably just do cardio on Sunday because I have to take 48 hours off of working out due to my hip. That's when I'll start my meal plan again. That's where I'll start the meal plan. And that's when I'll film and I'll do a grocery haul and everything. I'm going to sit down and figure out what I want to eat and just stick to it. Because I'm just like, ugh, I'm driving myself crazy. Yes, nice job, Watchwoman. Hello, Nigel. Welcome. Hello, my Canadian friend that almost was born in NY. You're so funny. I wish I was American. Canada's dry. I wish I was born in America. It's okay. I'm trying to find my way down to America. I don't know. I'm trying to leave this country. I've been saying that for a while. It's kind of hard when you have a kid that's here, but I might just up and go. Me and my neighbor were talking about, we're like, we don't see how Canada is going to work out. We have a big demographic problem, a major demographic problem. There's not enough millennials. So there's that. But anyway, that's a different story. But anyway, this was a cool live stream, you know? I loved it. You guys are helping me out, trying to motivate myself. It's just all about that consistency, meal prep, meal planning, eating the same meals per week. I think getting into a routine like weekly, you should have a meal prep day, like Sunday. Whether I think Sunday's a good day for meal prepping because then you go to work Monday, Tuesday. So Saturday, start figuring out your plan. Maybe do the grocery shop on Saturday. Sunday, cook. You don't want to do the grocery shop and cooking in one day because that's a lot of work. And you want to make sure you cook everything, have it all prepped, have it ready to go, eat, and you're off to the races. I think that's just the best way to do it. If you're eating canned stuff like me, because I like my canned mackerel from Italy, that's easy. That's pretty much meal prepped for you. Canned food is awesome. If you think about it, canned tuna, canned salmon. Oh yes, I got a meal idea. This canned salmon salad. You guys saw it on my live stream, but it had beef on it. There's a salmon version of that. I like canned food because it's portion controlled for you. So like canned salmon, canned mackerel. I'm aiming for all the fish. What else is canned that I would eat? I can't do canned chicken. I haven't done that yet. I don't think I can do canned chicken. But the canned fishes, the tuna, yeah, okay. I'm having some things. I think my earlier meals will be canned, and then I would just have to meal prep the dinner meal, which will be one meat. And then breakfast, of course. Breakfast I don't mind making because the eggs having that daily. But those two canned meals will be like in the middle of the day. But yeah, this was such a great live stream. I cannot wait to come out with more content on all of this. Content that's coming out for the next couple days. There is that 1300 calorie OMAD I did, keto OMAD. That's a one-off. I don't know. I'm all over the place. I want to get back to 1500 calories consistently throughout the day. Doing that, like getting into a routine with that. Just 1500 calories. I don't care how I do it. Again, if I'm off, I will have 2 off days a week. That's when I throw in my OMAD days. But eating the same meals. We're going to put this all into action. We're going to get this done together. We're going to motivate each other and we're going to make it happen because we can do it. We can do it. But yes. Oh, Nigel says, can't wait till you move here because your son will make it to the NFL. I know, right? Well, we will probably like honestly, we'd probably move here. We move to the US um because of that. I don't know how that's gonna work because him and his dad are we're not together, but we'll make it work. Anything for my little guy. Yeah, he really wants to play football. I'm so glad you remembered that. Yeah, he makes me happy. I can't wait to start working out with my son. Like, oh, I saw this kid at the gym today. He was with his brother. Not today, but a couple of days ago. It was so cute. He was like young, kind of like I think he was like 12, and he was with his brother who was like a teenager, and they were working out. I'm like, that's gonna be me and my son, like through and through. I'm gonna live my athletic dream through him. Because I should have been a damn athlete, but I was born in the wrong country. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. Let's go. Yes, let's go. I was gonna flex. I don't know what I have. I don't know what that is. something, something with a side boob there. But we we got this. We're gonna make this happen, okay? Yes, this was a great productive live stream for both of us, for me, for you, for each and everyone. Let's make it happen, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see what I do. I might do another live stream. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so tired. I just want to sleep. We'll see. Anyway, sending you guys bad love. Take care. Bye.